bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
My name is Benjamin Kepner of Global Social Media Marketing, and today we're going to be talking about how to use TrueView discovery ads on YouTube in order to increase your engagement of your videos with views, subscribers, and earned playlist additions in order to grow your YouTube channel's brand awareness. So when we talk about TrueView discovery ads, there are a number of ways in which they can be displayed on YouTube. As you can see from the image from Think with Google, this video format is usually used to promote videos in place of discovery and appear along YouTube search results, related YouTube videos, and on the YouTube homepage as an overlay on YouTube watch page. Pretty much when somebody clicks on that thumbnail, they're demonstrating an interest in your brand, and then they'll be taken to watch that actual video. If we go into our video on how to do a Google Hangouts video call tutorial and we click on the YouTube analytics of that video, we see that the video started to have a spike. And right around when the corona pandemic started breaking out in the United States was right around this period of time. So you can see right in that first week of March up until about March 12th, we were seeing an organic increase in views. And I started to question myself. So I went to Google Trends and I typed in what was going on in the world. So at that time, I was wondering Google Hangouts, maybe potentially. And then I could see that spike, right? So that was a really good indication. Some other things that might have been noticeable, Zoom hit the #1 app store at that same time. So we saw also that Zoom was having a huge increase in spike for trends. We also saw that as schools closed down and businesses started to shut down, we started to think that maybe online learning was going to increase. We saw that increase, as well as remote work. We also saw an increase in that as well, right? So these were all signifiers as to why maybe this video was performing very well and how we should use this as a discovery ad in order to help people to be more engaged and find what they were looking for, maybe in that middle of the funnel. So with all of that knowledge, right, we took the Google Trends, we looked at our YouTube analytics, and then we went and we created that ad, right? So if we were to go into Google Ads, you would log into your Google Ads account. You would go to campaigns. You would click on new campaign. For this, we're doing product and brand consideration. We're going to be running video ads. We're influencing consideration. We give a name of the ad. So in our case, it was a Google Hangouts video tutorial. We'll give it video discovery so you know it's video discovery. CPV is our bid strategy. Let's say we wanted to set a campaign total or daily. In our case, we did daily. Let's just use $10, right? As we can see that now, we can see the available impressions. You can see where the networks is going to be in. We use all languages. That way, in case somebody has their browser in their native language, they might also be able to speak English. So we left that. We targeted also the main countries, right? So we were looking at this time during when the coronavirus is impacting the countries the most. So we obviously targeted things such as Italy and the United States. We did refrain from China, however, because YouTube is blocked in China. So that was how we kind of thought about our targeting from a location perspective. We don't need to include any inventory or exclude any labels, right? If we wanted to exclude things or have capping, we just set all these as standard. Then we would go in and create our ad group name. So we were just going to create an ad group name around Google Hangouts audience. We left our demographics at any age, and we could also get more defined with our audiencing, right? Through different types of things within market or infinity, remarketing. We can even use combined audiences. We'll talk more about that in another video that will be linked to this video. But for today's purposes, we're going to just focus on using the keyword targeting, right? So this is where we went in, we added those keywords. And how do we go about this? We actually have linked to this video as well, another keyword planner tutorial on how you can go about that. But to do a quick little how-to on this, right? We wanted to rank for Google Hangouts. So we went to Google Hangouts. We said get results. Actually, let's use the United States. Okay. We've got that, right? And then we can see those search volumes. So it's okay necessarily. In this example, if we're showing low competition search volume, right? We're not necessarily trying to get people to convert into sales or transactions. We're trying to focus on the patterns where there's high search, right? So that we can get our brand awareness and move people down into that funnel so that maybe, based upon who sees those ads, we can convert them later on, right? So what we did is we actually looked at, whatever has the most amount of searches per month, and we can just select that, right? And so we added variations of these types of keywords, right? So the simple way to do that is you can just download those and you could put those something into like a Google Sheet, right? So we just got a Google Sheet here. We could import that. And then we can just drag and drop that keywords from the Google Keyword Planner. And now we can mess around with that data, right? But for our purposes, we focused on the ones that had the most search. So we just went and added some of those in. We could just add some of those in, right? So Google Hangouts was one of them. We also saw that Zoom was a huge trend, right? If we go into Zoom, based on the Google Trends, right, we can plug that into the Keyword Planner. And boom, we can see that Zoom also had 823 searches, which was a huge spike for Zoom. Start with the keywords first, right? That's going to give you that number of impressions. We could also get ideas from other competitors or related websites, but for today's purposes of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and add those in. So now those are in. We can also do a maximum cost per view. So normally what we see with discovery ads is a cost per view should be lower than 3 cents. Normally what we like to do is we like to start it at 4 cents. And then let it run. And then as time goes on, reduce that cost, right? We ended up just in 1 week, we had it at 2 cents, right? We're actually getting views. Then we want to go in and add that video. So for our case, right, we want to use this video. We would click on it. There it is. We want to choose a video discovery ad. We've got our thumbnail. And then we want to add that headline, right? So you might give it another description, maybe social distancing with. And then we could say, that you can use this for school or business. Right, and then we can add a name. Right, so then we would go and we would create campaign. And before we go through, right, it's going to give us actually that everything done and continue to campaign. Now, what was interesting to note is that once we launched this campaign, right, we actually started to see a spike. So if you go to our video analytics, right, you can see that we started the campaign on March 12th, and as how it spiked over time, how that led to all those views and subscribers. Now, the cool thing about using video discovery ads is that it does integrate with your YouTube analytics so that we can discover what types of earned actions have been earned through paid advertising. In order to see the results of our campaign, if we wanted to show them to you, we would exit out of this. And we could see this is the ad that we created, right? And we could see the dates in which we did. So let's just do the last 14 days. And there it is. We can actually see the number of impressions. We garnered over 2 million impressions, 66,000 views, interaction rate of 3.15% with an average view rate cost of a penny, right? That was amazing. If we wanted to dig in a little bit more deeper, we could go into the YouTube earned actions and look at things such as earned likes, earned views, earned playlist additions, earned shares, and earned subscribers. The great thing about YouTube discovery ads is that they were enabled our channel as Global Social Media Marketing using YouTube analytics and Google Trends patterns, with then going into Google keywords to target the right people, where we saw a huge spike in engagement. Look at those numbers, 448 likes, 383 earned playlists, and 533 subscribers, guys. We only invested $700 to generate all of these numbers. So if you're not using YouTube discovery ads, I would highly recommend it. Be sure to make sure that you're paying attention to Google Trends and your YouTube analytics, as well as doing the necessary keyword research in Google Keyword Planner. And without question, these video discovery ads can help you make it rain subscribers, views, and ultimately customers to grow your business in an age of YouTube that is here for the taking. Take care, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give us a like or a subscribe if you found this helpful, 'cause there ain't no holla back, girl.